Welcome back to Online Darts, everyone. Very special one in the build up to the World Championships. We've got Queen of the Palace, Fallon Sherrock. Fallon, first of all, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. You?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. It's Christmas, darts are coming. Obviously, disappointing that you're not going to be there. Have you had time to reflect on the ladies series and missing out by just two legs?
Yeah, rub it in. No, joking. Yeah, no, I've definitely had, time to reflect and stuff like that. But, I tried my best at the time and, like I said, I missed out by a couple of legs. So it weren't like I did really anything wrong. And, next time I get the opportunity, maybe put in a bit more practice. So, I'm taking the doubles out for them two legs or something like that. I mean, I can't really, have any bad things to say on it just purely because I tried my best and you know on the day or well, the whole weekend there was two better players and they deserved their spot.
Does that show the world that how far ladies darts has come now? Because there was loads of good performances over the weekend, wasn't there, in the ladies series and the Grand Slam qualifier?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like you said, like there was loads of good games, and yes, people are only singling out, certain people. But if you looked at the averages and the games and stuff, there were some really good games, and it just shows you how strong the women are coming across now, and we're really pushing at the game, and we're trying our best.
First one, the PDC you'd done on the ladies series. What was the whole experience like? Obviously, forget qualifying and everything like that, but just the whole experience. Was it a very good one for all the ladies involved?
Yeah, I think it was a really great experience because obviously we never had anything like that before. And unless you've done, the challenge tour or the development tour, it was definitely something new for the women. But yeah, it was run great, especially with, the whole, social distancing and the face mask and stuff like that. I think it was run really well and all the women seem to enjoy it and they've all given back really good feedback from it.
Speaking of the challenge tour there as well, the week before we saw you put in some sensational performances, 110 average, beating David Evans, that's someone that's played very well and won his tour card. So you must be very pleased with, considering the lack of game time you've had this year, where your game is.
Yeah, 100%. I'm really happy with how my game is, especially not being able to compete as much this year. But yeah, I mean, like I said, at the challenge tour, beating Dave Evans and, hitting the 110 average, I mean, that's incredible. Like, especially, because he's gone and he's got his pro tour card now going through the challenge tour. So it weren't like, I played anyone, that weren't great because they were all really good players. And, it was only going to boost my game going to the challenge tour. And I think going to the challenge tour and then, to the women's series, I think definitely playing in the week prior was definitely a good, trying to boost the game up so I could go and try my best to qualify.
Obviously, last one on the world. So you're going to be cheering on Lisa and Deta flying the ladies' flag?
Yeah, of course I am. I mean, you know, with everything that happened last year, I just want them to go up there, enjoy the experience. They're more than capable of winning their games, and it would be great if they won their games because then it's a really big push for the women's game as well. I mean, we've got two of the best players there is up on that big stage representing the women. I mean, you couldn't ask for, better people. I mean, obviously, me, Anna's proved it, Makuru's proved it. We've all kind of proved everything, and now it's these two women's opportunities to go and push the game a bit more.
Looking ahead to 2021, you excited to get back to some normality with darts? I'm guessing starting that with QSchool, you will be going, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to try and go for the tour card because obviously, seeing Lisa getting the tour card and having all these opportunities, it's definitely something that it has inspired me to do because obviously her game's improving every week and I want my game to improve as well.
Do you think going there this year, it'll be maybe a little bit easier in respect that all eyes won't be on you this year? Straight off what happened, obviously, last year, that you can go there and just be yourself and under the radar a little bit?
Yeah, I definitely think so because obviously, after the Worlds, everyone knew, that I could play darts. So they kind of all up their games, but they're still doing it now. So I know what to expect every time I'm playing someone now because I don't get their B game anymore. I get their A game. I get all guns blazing. But it will be really nice, to go with no pressure and, just play my own game and, see how it goes.
Obviously, looking ahead to 2021, we don't know the full calendar for yourself yet, but the World Series, I guess that's one that you're looking forward to immensely still. Obviously, Madison Square Garden, if fingers crossed we are back to normal by then.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Obviously, if we're back to normal, I can't wait. I mean, obviously, it's been pushed back. I'm still getting the opportunity that I know of. So, I'm just so excited. I want to get back to playing darts. I mean, half this year has been, kind of, taken out of the equation because we haven't been going and we haven't been traveling and we haven't been playing darts. And I mean, I just want, things to get back to normal because I miss playing darts. And it'd be really good, to go back to having these opportunities. I mean, I was really looking forward to it. And, it was gutting not going, but I'm happy, that I still get the opportunities.
Looking at yourself as well, have you got to make any, obviously everything that's gone on this year, we know that you've spent a lot of time in isolation because of your condition, you've had to do that. The lifestyle changes you made, do you think that will serve you well in 2021 as well?
Yeah, I think so because obviously, I'm used to, just concentrating and stuff, and especially being at home with Rory and trying to keep concentrated, whilst playing, the Modus League and everything that I played in. It's definitely helped. And I'm hoping, that I can take it to, next year now.
Has that been difficult to juggle Fallon the mum and Fallon the dart player this year, considering everything that's happened?
Yes, because I've been trying to be Fallon the dart player and give my best game that I can, playing online, whilst Rory's behind me coming down the stairs, throwing lollipops in my face, climbing the fence. Do you know what I mean? I've had all this stuff happen. So yeah, no, it's been very hard. I'm not even gonna lie and say it's been challenging. It's been hard.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. Does he quite understand what his mum does? Yeah, obviously he saw you on TV last year that you explained, and he sees you playing at home a lot. Does he understand what you do now?
Yeah, so he's always kind of had an understanding in what I do because I've always kind of brought him up around darts, so he understands, that mummy plays darts, so it's not a big shock. So I think with everything that's happened as well, it's not a massive shock for him because that's one thing, with an autistic child, especially, you've got to gradually, put stuff in place. You can't just, change their routine. So he was always known, that I played darts, but the only thing is now when, I'm saying to him, you can't do this, that's naughty, he gets on his high horse and goes, okay, Fallon. And I'm like, and he's like, oh, yeah, no, Fallon Sherrock. And I'm like, what? And he goes, that's your stage name. You play darts. Why aren't you playing darts, Fallon Sherrock? And I'm like, no. So yeah, no, everything that's happened, he's watched me on the TV and stuff. So now he knows my name.
In 2021, would you like to take him to watch you play when you get back to, because it will be when you get back to playing on the TV, would you like to take him along and him be in the crowd to watch you play?
Yeah, 100% I would. I mean, obviously it's, trying to get him to sit there in the crowd, especially with all the noise. And that will be one of, the challenging things for him. But I mean, I'd like to try and take him. Of course I would, but I'll have to cross that bridge when it comes to it.
Fair enough. And then obviously just looking at everything in 2021, I'm guessing that you'd love maybe more ladies to have the opportunity to maybe Grand Slam, maybe go from 2 to 4, and even maybe the world's from 2 to 4 places, because we can see the game is moving on and evolving in the right way. It's being pushed correctly. So would you like to see maybe a few more places here and there in 2021?
Yeah, 100%. Like I kept saying all through like last year and stuff like that. We just need like more opportunities, and I think the more places we can get in these events, the more that's going to boost the opportunities. Because obviously we've got the game, we just haven't got enough players, spots to prove it.
Yeah.
Like it'd be great to have more in the Grand Slam because I really enjoyed watching Makuru and Lisa this year, and I'm really going to enjoy watching Lisa and Deta in the Worlds this year. But it'd be really nice, to have more spots for women, so we could, see like Anastasia back and me back and Makuru so often, and even like Corinne and Lorraine, all, and even Bo coming through.
Just the names you brewed off there. How far do you think ladies darts has come from this time last year, when obviously it was just all eyes on yourself and Lisa, and now we're talking about 5, 6, 7, 8 lady players that could all mix? How far do you think the game has come in a short space of time?
Yeah, no, I think it's come a long way just purely because, you know, now we've got more motivation for more women to get involved in the game. We've got, you know, all these top players that I've just reeled off anyway, they were always playing, but, you know, we have new people coming in now and more people wanting to play. I mean, the women's series, I mean, we had a good turnout for that. Yes, there could have been more, but we had, you know, COVID restrictions and all that. So there was always going to be that, you know, less number because of that. But I think if, you know, we didn't have the restrictions or anything, you would have had more players overseas. And there's definitely been more interest since, you know, everything that happened, you know, especially with Lisa getting the tour card, because it's just inspired women, you know, to go to Q school. And, you know, we want to, you know, improve our game. We want to get there. We want to, you know, do what I did on the TV. You know, I've had so many comments, you know, from people going, you've inspired us. I've had little girls coming up to me, you know, like Jackie Oatley's little girl has been sending me, you know, videos and all that. And it's incredible.
Fallon, it's an absolute pleasure talking to you as always. Thank you very much for taking time out to speak to us at Online Darts. And for once, just have a nice, relaxed Christmas and enjoy the darts.
Thank you. No, yeah, I'm definitely going to have a relaxed Christmas, hopefully.